Okay, how to cure anxiety and depression. So, many people have anxiety, but there's a form of anxiety that people don't talk about that a lot of us suffer from. Now, it's estimated 10% of the population has this form of anxiety, and they just think they have regular anxiety, but they actually have this. And that's OCD. In popular culture, we have this idea of OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder, as someone who has to wash their hands all the time and check to see if the door is locked because they have extreme self-doubt and they have to do these checks to make themselves feel good. They feel bad and they have to check to make sure that everything is correct and in the right place. But there's another form of this called pure O, which means only pure obsession in your mind. And this causes so much anxiety for a lot of people, and they think they have regular anxiety, but they actually have this. So here's an example. Many people will have the thought that they're bad people. Maybe they'll have intrusive thoughts. They'll think, that person is annoying. And then they'll think, maybe I should say something to them. Maybe I should like push them or something like that. I should hurt them. And then they'll feel bad about those thoughts and they'll have to keep checking and checking. Another example is religion. Someone will think God doesn't exist. And then they'll think, oh no, I'm not a good Christian, I'm not a good Muslim, I'm not a good religious person. And they'll have to keep checking over and over in their mind to make sure that they are not what they're thinking they are. Normal people have a thought and they just move on. But people with this form of anxiety, pure O, will keep checking in their mind, and they have to check until they're certain that they are not in any way responsible for the thought that they just had. Another one is relationships. People might think, oh, I might want to break up with my girlfriend or boyfriend, and that thought will be so distressing that they'll have to check that it's not true. This causes so much anxiety. So that's pure O. So if you have this, you got to look into that and not anxiety.